Good morning. Now, I haven't posted for a few days, and that's because, like everyone else, we get little aches and pains at times, and just after I finished my last video, I got the most horrendous toothache. It was like all my face, even my tongue hurt, and this went on for a few days. I hadn't eaten for a week, I hadn't slept for a week, and I tried to get in touch with the dentist. Now, my dentist I haven't been to for a couple of years because we had lockdown, and then during lockdown I got cancer, and it went on and on and on. I tried to contact them, but it seems that they've ditched all their NHS patients, and also it was very weird because I couldn't get in touch with them. No phone number for them. I was directed away to some other practice in another part of the country that wasn't picking up the phone. And then I looked at the reviews and it was saying people were suing them for malpractice. People have reported them to the ombudsman and things like that. And I thought, this is very, very strange. So I went past, because it's quite a big practice with a big car park. Nobody on the car park, I have a feeling they're not operating. Anyway, a friend of mine said, try mine. Private. They're all private now. Phoned up and I got in. And this was yesterday. And he took the offending tooth out, which I was very grateful for. And now the pain has subsided. I managed to eat yesterday. So I've got my smile back, minus one tooth there. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, not all of these are mine. See, and there's a couple at the bottom as well. And that, oh, look at you, toothless bugger. Mustn't have looked after your teeth. On the contrary, I found out about 30 years ago that I'd got gum disease and I'd got bone loss in my jaws. I've suffered with Raynaud's syndrome all my life, which is like you have small capillaries in your extremities and blood doesn't get to them. I get I get white fingers in the middle of summer, and I've always struggled with this all my life. Then I had heart attack, but because I had, prior to my heart attack, I've had failing heart condition for many, many years that I wasn't aware of, and now the doctors are saying this is probably what it was. No blood's getting to the extremities, no blood's getting into the capillaries, you're suffering bone loss, blah, 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 blah. And people used to say, oh, look at how Nigel, he's got the loveliest smile, lights up a room. I had beautiful teeth, and I tried for many years to keep them. Going to the dentist, having injections, having treatments, paying a fortune, but it wasn't to be. Because about 15 years ago, I started losing them. And now we're desperately trying to keep hold of the ones that I've got. So now I've got into this private dentist, which costs an absolutely fortune, but it's worth every penny, of course it is. And I'm fortunate enough that I've got limited savings, but enough to kind of keep up this maintenance on my teeth for a few years yet. So that's what we're going to do. And I was just mentioning this because I was just thinking, about this. I woke up thinking about this morning, about how we judge on physical appearance. And we do. People look at me and they go, and you see comments on social media, you know, all these toothless idiots, you know, and then you associate that with being not very bright, not able to look after yourself, having no personal hygiene, and we are always very, very quick to judge, aren't we? And does it matter? What are you looking at? Are you looking at the contents of a person's heart or a person's character? Or are you looking at the physical appearance? And the people who strive for physical perfection, are they paragons of virtue? Because from what I see on the media, and in the news and on the television and wherever, people who are held up as icons of beauty and paragons of virtue when looks come into it are usually not the ones we should be holding up there as an example. So how do we react to people that society dictates aren't perfect? How do we react? How would these people want us to react to them? And this is what I'm saying about standards in public life, standards in society, what people hold as a priority. When you come across someone who's been in an accident, as a natural, what we call a disfigurement, because we're holding everybody up to a standard where perhaps we should hold a mirror up to ourselves. And you see them, or somebody in a wheelchair, and we look at them with pity. Perhaps we should pity them a little in our hearts. But do you think these people want to be treated with pity? I don't think so. I think people who live outside life's perfections. You know, when you go in the supermarket and you see somebody who can't walk anymore, big deal, what's so good about walking? And they're in a wheelchair. Don't think of them with pity. Don't look at them with pity. Don't shun them. Don't look away. Reach up for that tin of beans that they can't reach for. When you come across somebody who's been disfigured in an accident, in a fire, something like that, something you find repulsive, but something that they can't do anything about, and someone who, for all you know, could be your moral superior, could be a wonderful person doing wonderful work in the community. Don't avert your eyes. Look at them. Talk to them like you're talking to anybody. The man in the street. Let's just treat each other as equals. We have this kind of hierarchy, don't we? We all hold models and attractive people up in esteem. They're just born as they were born. They've not worked for that. And what does it matter anyway? Judge people by the contents of the character. Was it Martin Luther King that said that? I think it was. And we don't do it often enough. We avert our eyes, we look away. We look at somebody who's disabled or disfigured, and we automatically assume that they're morally inferior, don't we? That they're some kind of degenerate, and we look down on them. What right have we to do that? They're humans with feelings, and for the most part they probably know that they aren't within convention. They know that people are looking at them. They know that people cross the street. They know that kids look at them and stare at them in awe. Because, wow, look at him with his face burnt away. So really, they deserve a bit more respect, I think. Because not only are they going through life carrying all life's normal hardships and struggles, they've got other struggles on top of that what we know nothing about. They wake up every morning and look in the mirror knowing that sometimes during the day somebody's going to look at them with distaste or horror or repulsion. It's a sad, sad world we live in where that's happening. So don't judge people by the looks. Get to know people. Then you can judge. Let's just be good to each other. There's too much going on in the world at the moment, isn't there? So don't judge. Don't turn away. Just show people what love you've got in your heart for your fellow man. The person on the street, sleeping rough. You don't know their story. Who are you to judge? Oh well, must be a druggie, must be this, must be that. There, but for the grace of God go the rest of us. It can happen to anybody at any time. I've been almost there a couple of times. I've got friends who are held in high esteem in society who've actually been there, have slept under bridges because perhaps a marriage took away the finances. I know somebody who was very badly physically abused, and this was the only way they could get out of it. Got remarried, live a wonderful life now. So let's not judge. So don't judge me for having no teeth. I've bloody tried, I'll tell you. But I'm still happy. It doesn't bother me. I've got my health for the most part. I've got Molly. I've got a beautiful day. Looks like it might rain later, but I'm not bothered about that. It's only wet. You're going to change your clothes when you get home, don't you? Put the kettle on. Piece of toast, because I can eat toast now. But the pain has gone. Oh, listen to the birds. Isn't life fab? Life's fab for all of us if we treat each other with dignity and respect and love. So don't look away. If you see somebody whose look is disagreeable to you, their feelings of discomfort are probably massively greater than yours. So that's my Tuesday morning sermon on love for your fellow man. And now we're going to carry on with our day. Have a great day. We shall see you on the flip. Peace and love. Molly, Molly, Molly.